आत्मसमर्पण और सक्षम नीतियों की आधारशिला पर विकसित भारत की भव्य इमारत को मूर्त रूप देने में प्राण से जुटे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी, आपका सेमिकॉन इंडिया 2024 में हार्दिक अभिनंदन करते हैं, वंदन करते हैं। आपकी ही दूरगामी सोच का परिणाम है इंडिया सेमीकंडक्टर मिशन, जिसके महत्वाकांक्षी लक्ष्यों को हासिल करने की दिशा में सेमिकॉन इंडिया 2024 एक और महत्वपूर्ण कदम है। विश्व पटल पर अपने अटल इरादों से अपनी उपस्थिति दर्ज कराने को आतुर भारत आज सेमीकंडक्टर जैसे क्षेत्रों में भी आगे बढ़कर ग्लोबल वैल्यू चेन्स और सप्लाई चेन्स में अपनी भूमिका निभाने को तैयार है। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी, आपके निर्णायक नेतृत्व में ही भारत सेमीकंडक्टर टेक्नोलॉजी में वैश्विक मंच पर नई ऊंचाइयों तक पहुंचने के मार्ग पर अग्रसर है। आइए कृतज्ञ भाव से माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का पुनः हार्दिक स्वागत करें। साथ ही मंच पर विराजमान हमारे गणमान्य अतिथिगण, Honorable Union Minister for Electronics and Information Technology, Information and Broadcasting and Rail Minister श्री अश्विनी वैष्णव, उत्तर प्रदेश के सम्मानीय मुख्यमंत्री माननीय श्री योगी आदित्यनाथ जी, Honorable Union Minister of State for Electronics and Information Technology श्री जितिन प्रसाद, डॉक्टर महेश शर्मा सांसद गौतम बुद्ध नगर, श्री भूपेंद्र सिंह चौधरी उत्तर प्रदेश के भाजपा के प्रदेश अध्यक्ष, आप सबका भी हार्दिक स्वागत करते हैं। And also we extend warm welcome to distinguished leaders of the business world gracing the days today, Mr. Ajit Manocha from SEMI, Mr. Kurt Sievers from NXP, Mr. Luc Van Hove from IMEC, Mr. Hitoshi Shibata from Renaissance, Dr. Randhir Thakur from Tata Electronics, Mr. Toshiki Kawai from Tokyo Electron Limited, Mr. Bob Pragada from Jacob Solutions, Dr. Prabhu Raja from Applied Materials and Shri Velayan Subaiya from CG Power। इस अवसर पर उत्तर प्रदेश सरकार के माननीय मंत्रीगण, सांसदगण, अन्य राज्यों से आए मंत्रीगण, सचिव इलेक्ट्रॉनिकी और सूचना प्रौद्योगिकी, भारत सरकार और उद्योग जगत के दिग्गज महानुभावों के साथ साथ देश के अलग अलग कोनों से हमारे बीच यहाँ उपस्थित छात्र और शैक्षणिक संस्थानों के फैकल्टीज और साथ ही देश भर से वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग के माध्यम से हमारे साथ जुड़ रहे स्टूडेंट्स, एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशंस की फैकल्टीज और हेड्स, आप सबका भी हम हार्दिक अभिनंदन करते हैं, स्वागत करते हैं। सेमीकंडक्टर्स, छोटा सा चिप जिसकी निर्बाध उपलब्धता सुनिश्चित हो, इसकी महत्ता का अंदाजा विश्व को कोविड काल में लगा। ये चिप जो आधुनिक तकनीक का आधार स्तंभ है, हमारे स्मार्टफोन्स, कंप्यूटर्स, मेडिकल डिवाइसेस और वाहनों की फंक्शनिंग इसी पर निर्भर करती है। इस क्षेत्र में आत्मनिर्भरता की ओर कदम बढ़ा रहे भारत ने भी ठान लिया है कि मात्र कंज्यूमर नहीं बल्कि सेमीकंडक्टर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग और डिजाइन में वैश्विक केंद्र बनने की दिशा में आगे बढ़ना ही है और सेमिकॉन इंडिया 2024 इस दिशा में एक महत्वपूर्ण कदम है। और अब मैं इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स एंड आईटी मिनिस्टर माननीय श्री अश्विनी वैष्णव जी से निवेदन करना चाहूंगी कि वे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी को विशेष मोमेंटो भेंट कर उनका अभिनंदन करें। इस मोमेंटो में प्रिंटेड सर्किट बोर्ड से मेक इन इंडिया का लोगो शेर दर्शाया गया है, जो दिखाता है कि अब भारत इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स के क्षेत्र में सेमीकंडक्टर्स की शक्ति का उपयोग कर आधुनिक दुनिया को सशक्त बनाने के लिए तैयार है। धन्यवाद माननीय मंत्री जी। मान्यवर, इंडिया सेमीकंडक्टर मिशन का उद्देश्य है कि एक वाइब्रेंट सेमीकंडक्टर और डिस्प्ले इकोसिस्टम का निर्माण करना, ताकि भारत इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स मैन्युफैक्चरिंग और डिजाइन के लिए एक वैश्विक केंद्र के रूप में उभर सके। भारत की सेमीकंडक्टर यात्रा के महत्वपूर्ण पड़ाव और सफर पर आइए देखते हैं ये शॉर्ट फिल्म।
From the smartphones in our hands to the satellites in space, electronics today are made possible by a tiny component, semiconductors. The foundational industry of all tech-driven transformation, semiconductors form our modern world. It has a 5 to 6 times job multiplier effect on the downstream industry. It is the backbone for digital infrastructure, just like steel is for physical infrastructure. Overcoming past challenges that hindered the development of the semiconductor ecosystem for 60 years, What was once a distant dream has now become a reality under the visionary leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, with the strong backing of the SEMICON India program.
भविष्य के साथ सेमीकंडक्टर जुड़ा हुआ है। हर उपकरण में मेड इन इंडिया चिप क्यों न हो, क्यों ये सपना मेरे देश का नौजवान देखे, टैलेंट यहाँ है। सेमीकंडक्टर का काम हिंदुस्तान में होगा और हम एंड टू एंड सॉल्यूशन दुनिया को देने की ताकत रखते हैं।
With an outlay of rupees 76,000 crore, the SEMICON India program offers 50% upfront fiscal support for semiconductor fabs, display fabs, and facilities for compound semiconductors, silicon photonics, sensors, discretes, and semiconductor packaging. For workforce development, 200 plus institutes are offering specialized courses in semiconductor technologies. Additionally, Government of India is partnering with global players to develop skilled professionals. Development of world-class research institution and significant R&D investments from industry players are being done. Under the SEMICON India program, India has already attracted over rupees 152,000 crore or $18 billion in investments. Understanding its role in the global trusted semiconductor value chain, India has been partnering with leading countries, namely US, EU, Japan, Singapore. SEMICON India 2024 will offer comprehensive exhibitions, insightful programs, and unmatched networking opportunities among the semiconductor industry leaders. As we embrace this new dawn, we look forward to a future where India spearheads a global semiconductor supply chain that is unshakable in the face of disruptions.
तो सेमीकंडक्टर के क्षेत्र में नए लक्ष्यों की प्राप्ति के लिए प्रतिबद्ध है भारत। Ladies and gentlemen, now I would like to invite Honorable Union Minister for Electronics and Information Technology, Shri Ashwini Vaishnav, to welcome our esteemed guests and to elucidate the purpose and significance of SEMICON India 2024.
Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji, Honorable Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, Shri Yogi Adityanath ji, my colleague Minister Shri Jitin Prasad ji, all the respected dignitaries on the dais, esteemed industry leaders, distinguished guests, members of the media, academia, and my dear students. It is a very auspicious day today. We have, for the first time in the history of our nation, participants from the entire ecosystem of the semiconductor industry. Thank you very much for coming and blessing this blessed land. We have chief executive officers and executives from fabrication, equipment manufacturing, ATMP, chemicals, gases, advanced materials, testing equipment, design companies, software companies, universities, and many state governments, as well as the banking representatives among us. All stakeholders vital for developing of a robust semiconductor ecosystem are today present under one roof. I extend a very warm welcome to each one of you. The enthusiastic participation of all the stakeholders across the semiconductor ecosystem is a strong indicator of the success of our Honorable Prime Minister's vision, his capability to execute, and the methodical way in which he has conducted this policy. Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji's vision is to democratize access to technology. All the initiatives taken so far, whether it is Digital India mission, the telecom mission, everything has brought technology in the hands of common citizens. The growth of semiconductor industry in our country will further deepen this vision. Our country first tried to start semiconductor industry about 60 years ago. This is because semiconductor is a foundational industry. Chips manufactured in semiconductor industry are used in medical instruments, mobile phones, laptops, cars, trucks, trains, televisions, practically everything that is switched on or switched off. After many attempts, finally, it was under our Prime Minister's visionary leadership that we succeeded in getting the industry to our country. Within the first phase of our mission, in a very short time frame, 5 semiconductor units have been approved. Construction is rapidly under progress in the Micron unit, the Morigaon Tata unit, construction has started, and the other 3 units, construction will start very soon. Permitting, getting all the permissions has happened in a record time frame, which is, if you benchmark it with the rest of the world, this is indeed a new record. Talent development, friends, has been a key part of the Semiconductor India program. We have committed to develop a strong talent pool of 85,000 engineers and technicians in the next 10 years. And we have delivered on a promise. For this purpose, already 113 universities, academic institutions, and R&D organizations have been tied up where semiconductor-focused course curriculum is being taught, and the course curriculum has been designed by the industry participants, so that is very relevant to what the industry wants. The industry participants are also playing a crucial role in developing human resources. We have LAM Research Semiverse program, which is now running across 74 universities, and it is already trained 2,600 students this year. The program is going to be scaled up in a massive way in the coming years. AMD has already inaugurated its first global design center in Bengaluru, which is having about 5,000 engineers, and the next phase will be bigger than this. Applied Materials has commissioned the first India Validation Center. Even though it's a small unit in size, about 200 engineers are working there, but it is a very big step for making sure that the forthcoming fabs and ATMP units in India, they get the ATMP technology in time and as per their own needs. The focus on the design ecosystem is a critical aspect of Semiconductor India program, and we already have a very big strength in design. We have more than 300,000 engineers working in design ecosystem for various companies, and about 52,000 of them are working on really leading edge and complex chips. Our focus on design ecosystem development will lead to at least 3 or 4 major products in the coming years. Already 13 design ecosystem partners who have received financial assistance from the India Semiconductor program have started developing, and from what I understand, 4 of them have already started getting VC interest, and 2 of them have started getting the funds from the VC industry. Friends, the semiconductor industry is a foundational industry. It has a tremendous multiplier effect across the entire economy. The scale of electronics and mobile manufacturing is expanding rapidly in our country, and establishing the semiconductor units will drive exponential growth in the automobile, medical, industrial, transport, consumer electronics, practically every manufacturing sector. I would like to thank all industry participants and state governments for your contribution to this event. I extend my gratitude to Honorable Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, Shri Yogi Adityanath ji, for hosting the SEMICON 2024, and finally my heartfelt gratitude to Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji, for his visionary leadership in developing India's semiconductor ecosystem. I once again welcome you all. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, for setting the tone for this prestigious event. मान्यवर, माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का ही कथन है, यही समय है, सही समय है, और यही सही समय है जब सेमीकंडक्टर के क्षेत्र में भी उद्योग जगत यदि सरकार की विकासोन्मुख नीतियों के साथ जुड़कर सक्रियता से काम करे तो भारत करके दिखा देगा। एक से एक मिले तो राय बन सकता है पर्वत, एक से एक मिले तो इंसान बस में कर ले किस्मत। Ladies and gentlemen, today we are honored to have with us the global leaders from the semiconductor industry. It would be our pleasure to listen to them as they share their thoughts on India's semiconductor manufacturing initiatives. Please join me in welcoming them with a round of applause. At the onset, it is my honor to welcome Mr. Ajit Manocha, President and CEO, SEMI, which is a global industry association fostering global collaboration in the semiconductor industry. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ajit Manocha.
Good morning. Namaste. Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji, Shri Ashwini ji, Chief Minister Yogi ji, and sabhi dignitaries, thank you, and all the participants for this first global SEMICON India 24. I would start with the word wow. Wow, based on the reception here, based on the setup of the whole event here, and the size and scale of the event here. And I have two messages to give. One is unprecedented. The second message is exponential. Now, what do I mean by that? SEMICON have been done in many countries, and this is the first global SEMICON in India. And when I compare this with other first SEMICONs in other parts of the world, this is factor of 4 or 5 bigger for the first SEMICON. That's unprecedented. Secondly, Shri Ashwini ji talked about the meetings we had yesterday. We have more than 100 CEOs and CXOs from all over the world representing the total electronic supply chain for semiconductors and downstream and upstream. It has never happened in my experience in this industry for the last 44 years. That's unprecedented. And more importantly, all the leaders who spoke yesterday at 2 different meetings, they came with the convincing views that we want to become the trusted partner of India for creating the semiconductor hub in this country, because that will be good for India, good for the world, and good for the industry, good for the humanity. So that was very, very encouraging and inspiring. And that's also unprecedented, that kind of consensus building in one visit. So I'm really impressed with the leadership, the vision that is really sticking with everybody in the world. Now, this is unprecedented. While the industry is going through an unprecedented move, the opportunities for this industry are unprecedented. Industry is going to double in revenue. For what happened in the last 70 years will double in 7 years to $1 trillion revenue. And that's because of the many, many disruptions. May it be IoT in the past, which is still going on, and now AI. I'm sure everybody understands the power of AI, the opportunities from AI. And if that's not enough, wait until the next decade, the decade of quantum, and that's only around the block. And that will take from 1 trillion to 2 trillion in next 10 years after the 1 trillion landmark. So this is all unprecedented opportunities. At the same time, when we have unprecedented opportunities, we have unprecedented challenges. And I can tell you these challenges are so big, so difficult, but I'm not worried about that because we have the path to deal with those challenges together around the globe. Challenges for talent for supply chain, challenge for climate, and SEMI is on the top of these things. And there is a lot of programs within SEMI, and SEMI is going to bring those programs in India to support and knock down those barriers and get to the growth that India deserves, and the world deserves, and the industry deserves. So I think we are on the unprecedented challenges, unprecedented opportunities, and of course, we have unprecedented actions, and all that is underway in India. And thanks to all the colleagues who have come from all over the world, we are all united. Now, next thing is exponential. When I talk about this growth, I mean, if you take the example just right here in India, when I had the opportunity to meet Modi ji first time in July of 22, we had the first announcement by Micron, and I said, पहले लोग कहते थे कि कब शुरू होगा, and I said, अब शुरू हो गया है. अब मुझसे आज पूछोगे क्या हो रहा है, मैं कहूँगा अब हम दौड़ रहे हैं, because पहले तो चल रहे थे, अब हम दौड़ रहे हैं. क्यों? From 1 unit to now 5 units, and many more to come, because the opportunities are there. And Modi ji talked about Moore's law, which a lot of my colleagues probably fully understand. And he said, India में दिन दुगनी चार तो चुगनी तरक्की करनी है हमको. He made the reference to Moore's law, which has another growth for the industry. And I told Modi ji that we're going to have to come with Modi's law. And the Modi's law is the law of exponential growth, not just bloody going slow speed. So Modi ji, your new law is the law of exponential. We'll call it Modi's law of exponential growth. And this is a message to all fellow Indians and all my industry colleagues that we got to support this vision and make it happen, because that's good for not just for India, but for the whole world, and more importantly for the humanity. Because semiconductor industry is foundational to every industry in the world, and even more importantly for the humanity. And we need to work for the 1.4 billion people of India and 8 billion people of the world. So let's make this happen. Thank you very much, and namaste.
Thank you, Mr. Manocha, for your very encouraging words. And now I would like to invite Dr. Randhir Thakur, CEO and MD Tata Electronics. Tata Electronics is taking constructive initiatives to create an indigenous semiconductor ecosystem in India. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Randhir Thakur.
Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, thank you. Thank you for making this historic gathering possible and for your vision to bring the semiconductor industry to the shores of India. Honorable Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, Shri Yogi Adityanath ji, Honorable Minister Shri Ashwini Vaishnav ji, Honorable Minister of State Shri Jitin Prasad ji, MITI and ISM leadership, government dignitaries, and my esteemed industry colleagues. On 13th of March this year, Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji laid the foundation stone of India's first commercial fab in Dholera, Gujarat, and first indigenous OSAT factory in Jagi Road, Assam. We are grateful to Honorable CM of Gujarat, Shri Bhupendra Bhai Patel ji, and Honorable CM of Assam, Shri Himant Biswa Sharma ji, for their exemplary leadership and support to make it happen as well. Both our projects received approval from Government of India in record time, setting a global benchmark. This was possible due to the outstanding say-do ratio and collaboration demonstrated by the India Semiconductor Mission, consistent with Honorable Prime Minister's message of operating with a sense of urgency. Our strategic partnership with Powerchip Semiconductor of Taiwan has established access to proprietary technology platform from 28 nanometer to 110 nanometer nodes to address markets such as AI, automotive, data storage, and communication. A semiconductor fab requires an optimal combination of technology, talent, and capital, but any one of them is not enough. Chip making requires more than 1,000 sophisticated semiconductor partners to work as a team. Let me emphasize the following 11 ecosystem areas that are crucial to chip making: fab design, construction, semiconductor equipment, materials, substrates, mass, chemicals and gases, AI-led fab, and design automation, design IP, social infrastructure, and logistics. Chip making is a team sport. As many of you know, the game of cricket needs 11 players as well, each with a specific skill. Today, with the leadership of the Government of India, these 11 ecosystem areas are represented right here at this event. You have our commitment that we will work with all of the partners present here. Let's play together like the Indian cricket team that won the T20 World Cup. We have announced partnership with some of the ecosystem players, such as Synopsys of USA for design, Tokyo Electron of Japan for equipment, ASMPT of Singapore for packaging, and we'll continue to seek more partners. This is possible because of our Honorable Prime Minister's global outreach and emphasis on India's semiconductor mission. Tata Group has a long history of pioneering industries in India. Tata brought steel manufacturing to the country, and now we are committed to building a robust semiconductor industry. After all, semiconductors are fundamental to digital infrastructure, just like steel is to physical infrastructure. Honorable Prime Minister, we firmly believe that semiconductor industry will be the bedrock of your vision of a Viksit Bharat by 2047. This industry is complex and requires extraordinary talent. We are partnering with the government, industry, and academia to build India's semiconductor talent. As you saw in Tata Electronics booth during your visit, a number of ecosystem partners are already working in harmony with us to create chips packaged in Bharat. We'll create 50,000 jobs as part of this journey, which is just the beginning. Semiconductor industry has a multiplier effect on job creation, and every semiconductor job will create 10 additional jobs in the ecosystem. In the words of founder Jamshedji Tata, the community is at the heart of everything we do. We will build world-class social infrastructure in Gujarat and Assam. As our chairman, Mr. Chandrasekharan, said, these semiconductor manufacturing hubs will have a lasting impact on the entire nation. Sir, India's semiconductor dream has been possible only due to your leadership and vision. माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी, जैसे आपने कहा है, यही समय है, सही समय है, भारत का अनमोल समय है. This is the time, the right time, India's precious time to secure India's digital future. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Dr. Randhir Thakur, for your progressive thoughts. I would now call upon Mr. Kurt Sievers, Executive Director, President and CEO, NXP Semiconductors.
Honorable Prime Minister Modi, leaders of the Indian government, and industry colleagues and guests of SEMICON India 2024. I am very, very excited, but also humbled to see all of you coming together to this event. And I think it marks a major milestone on the transformational journey of India. And it is a big milestone because in all of my experience for the semiconductor industry, there are three attributes for success: ambition, trust, and collaboration. And I think looking at all of you is a very, very strong sign that collaboration starts to come together here in India. Now, this is a marathon, it's not a sprint. You all said the semiconductor industry is a complex industry, and it takes a long-term vision to be successful. Now, I said it is a transformational journey. We from NXP, we've been here in India for about 50 years. We have some 3,000 employees and engineers, and we have designed some of the most innovative semiconductor devices for the world in India. The transformation I am seeing now is that for the future we will not only work in India for the world, but we will also work in India for India. And that is all about the multiplier effect the other speakers have talked about, which semiconductors have. We are engaging here with system design houses. We are engaging with the whole industry downstream, in the automotive sector, in the industrial sector. And that is going to make India extremely powerful as an economy, far, far beyond semiconductors. In that context, NXP is committed to double its R&D efforts here in the country in the next few years, which is far in excess of $1 billion. And what attracts us as a company, as a global company, to work in and with India is three elements. And Honorable Prime Minister, I see you very much incorporating those three elements. It is a magic combination of innovation, democracy, and trust. Our industry needs a long-term orientation. All investments are for the long term. So a stable environment which is founded on trust, innovation, and democracy is exactly the environment which we need to work for the long run. And with that, I can only repeat, NXP is here to stay. NXP is committed to boost the ecosystem of semiconductors in India, for India, and for the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kurtzivers, for your valuable perspectives. And now I invite Mr. Hitoshi Shibata, Representative Director, President, and CEO, Renesas Electronics Corporation, which is world's third